Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is Starters Order 7. We're at That's Horse House, and we have a couple of big races. Not quite as big as the ones we just won, but a couple of big races. Promise Princess runs the Preakness. Pastel Pure runs the Prince of Wales. Maybe wins the Prince of Wales. No spoilers here. We don't know. But yeah, we got those second legs of the US and Canadian derbies in hand. I've booked races for everybody. I've got Much Demure running in the Acorn, which is the same day as the Belmont, because I don't know if there isn't another race really that I could see, um, which kind of fit. Could run the Gamely, I suppose. Maybe that's a better option. There's a chance to run both. The Woodbine Oaks, I don't trust the Oaks now because again they just seem to be like ultra competitive. Um, yeah, that's close to being able to run both. That's about the right time in between races. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm gonna be running those at a mile 4 since they pretty much were a 7 furlong that couldn't get to a mile. Now they've jumped up to what looks to a mile 1, so we're hoping they can get somewhere in between a mile 1 and a mile. So I feel that's good. Also, we got the Shoemaker Mile for Tidal Force, which I think is going to be more its cup of tea, and it's done a lot better at home than it has abroad. So we're just going to try and get back on the right track with them. And then the other ones that have been booked, like Swan Dive, the Woolhavington 2000 out in Greyville. Yeah, that's a nice race. I don't know if it's going to be great. Sweet King Brace, we've got the Daily News 2000. So yeah, it's kind of a tough trip to South Africa for those two, maybe. But I've also sort of thought about it. Like everybody else had fun races. There wasn't much for either of these two. And to be perfectly honest with you, these might be the two we run in the Belmont and Breeders' Stakes. If Promise Princess and Pastel Pure don't win the Preakness or the Prince of Wales. And so then we'll pull out of these and we'll go on the 6th and 7th, I think it would be, instead of the 13th of June. So yeah, we'll see how we go. The rest of the races were already booked. I'm always worried about skipping. And there we go. So, Irene Bennett, Solid Horse. I guess Irene Breen, Solid Horse. Like, that's it. We just raced against a lot of this field and they didn't really impress me much. Got to be the favorite. Got to be the horse everyone's backing. Coping well and fit. Like, it should be a win. There's no gimmies, especially at this level. We're at Pimlico, the second leg, the race of the Black-Eyed Susans. A mile, 1 furlong, 110 yards. Preakness, Class 1, Grade 1, 3 rows upon dirt. Kentucky Derby in hand, the second leg of Triple Crown here at Pimlico, as I say, the Preakness. Promise Princess, ridden by Florent Geroux. And we are going to get ourselves off to a decent start. A little late out the trap, but that's okay. We don't like to go to the front very often. We're going to stick in this middle pack. Irie Breen in the blue at the back with Astragal Bouquet. Crazy Gulch just drifting all over the place, living up to its name. Irene Bennett, Dancini Crossed, Pesario Soir, Samwise Charm, all in this mix in the middle. Andreo Mostoval is here with the front runners, as are we chasing down Mutakdim Baldwin. There goes Pesario Soir. We're in the mix under the final furlong, and we are starting to chunk down Baldwin's lead, taking over. Outside us, Irie Breen doesn't quite have the pace to come up. They do come in second. A solid run for them. A very tight win, but a win nonetheless. I think that felt like a very slow race. Definitely didn't help us there. I think we like a little bit of a faster track, really. But yeah, still a win. Over half a length. We did get kind of boxed in a touch. But we managed to get out. We managed to get up. And that's all we can ask for. 2 legs of the Triple Crown down. Kentucky Derby and Preakness have been won by Promise Princess. If she can get the Belmont, I'm going to be very happy. I wouldn't say agonized over this decision. It's not that deep. But, like, I have questioned myself so much on did I pick the right horses. And I feel like that first leg in Canada, the Queen's Plate, was not competitive enough. Wow, interrupted by a phone call. Don't know if you picked up the ringtone, but it was really loud. Where were we? Pastel Pure, second leg of the Canada trio, right? The Prince of Wales. What was I talking about? Maybe Promise Princess, Belmont winning the Triple Crown. I remember talking a little bit about that. I can't remember where I was, what my train of thought was. But yeah, we're 2 from 2 in the American Triple Crown. We're going for the second leg in Fort Erie of the Canadian Triple Crown. This at least seems like it's a much higher rated field we're running against. I will say that. Yeah. Second place in the Queen's Crown is here. Couple other horses being picked up, it looks sort of from the Seagram Cup. I can see that. And they're definitely better horses. And they're coming down. We're coming down to a mile 1. They're all coming up from a mile, 110 furlongs. So, makes sense that they're feeding into this. Kentucky Oaks 4th place. That's better than Swan Dive and Marama Inch did. It's right behind More Sweets Glass and Amber Lahar, which I know are good horses. So, yeah, definitely a more competitive field. I do like this horse. I don't think it's amazing, but at that time I felt like it was second or third in my list of people that kind of had either performed or didn't get a chance. I'm really glad we did, because we got the grade 1. That is something I want to get on all the 3-year-olds. But it doesn't mean this is an amazing horse, and it doesn't mean that I feel we should win this race. But we can. And that's sometimes all you've got going into these races, just that hope and that belief that you have a shot. Straw Agenda, Runge Blanc have gone out to the front. We are just catching up now, splitting them. Vid Bracken and Carrigan Corvey, both there in the yellows, coming through strong. Dynaforce of Science on the outside. Schlab in Speculation at the back. Under now, half a furlong. They're all going past El Pure, though. Not quite getting up. It's going to be a struggle here to even hold on to third. Outdone by Schlab Speculation. Vid Bracken in second. We highlighted them doing well in the Kentucky Oaks. Almost got up. Dynaformer Science the big horse of the field, 3 Grade 1 wins. Pastel Pure ran okay, but not great. And I feel that's kind of the horse in a nutshell. Good, not great. This is kind of where we left the end of the last video. Good, not great. Yeah. 119 rating. A Grade 1 win. 2 Grade 2s and a Grade 3. I feel it's right to put it out to stud. And then we can look at it next year and maybe decide to bring it back out for a 4-year-old season. Maybe not. Yeah, I think it's definitely a horse that could produce a good foal or two, and it's worth breeding from. I just don't know whether it's worth racing at this stage. But it's kind of had its shot. It's not going to get the third leg. And if it's not going to get the third leg, I think we're definitely going to need jockey instructions. But Swan Dive, try and get them the Grade 1. It's the only horse we have that doesn't have a Grade 1. If the field isn't great and if there aren't any specialists, maybe. Just maybe. Lineage has money on both sides, but not a lot else. Lineage has money on both sides, as well as grades on both sides, plus top earner. Unraced 3-year-old. Has sired a Grade 1 winner. It's a handicap, but it's a Grade 1 winner. You know I've got to check this one. It's a filly, it's a mile 2. The lineage looks okay. The price is pretty low, which does worry me. Yeah, 0 finish application. No ability, lots of potential. Not bad cruising burst and extra speed, to be fair. But that's just not something we want to do. So yeah, we've got Promised Princess on the chance of a US Triple Crown. Swan Dive with probably no chance, but we're going to run in Canada anyway, the Breeders' Stakes. But we're going to South Africa first. Turfontein, the Premier's Champions Challenge. Don't think we've ever run this before. Ever. Ballygally Duplex is here. There's a couple of the decent horses. There are a couple of the decent horses. I'm going to say challenge later, because I do think we're probably a mile 1 stretching to a mile 2. A couple of really decent horses here. One mile, 2 furlong. Premier's Champions Challenge. Class 1 Grade 1 for 3-year-olds and older upon the second turf track at Turfontein, South Africa. Ballygally Duplex, very good horse. Binocular Roberts, very good horse. Kilmovie Donna, very good horse. Rest of the field, I've got no idea on. I'm sure they're good horses. Demolition Damager on that far side gets out to a decent start. Do we go to the front? Do we go to the back? We go to the back. You know how much I dislike that. We're there with Sam and Franklin and Ballygally Duplex just ahead of us. Binocular Roberts, Sky Gusty Drama, Braygate, and Bolivia Marvelous at the rear. Mayfair's talking in third. In the gap behind Baron Rave against the rail and the Red Silk Kilmovie Dona. Now joined by Ballygally. And the 1-2 are the dangerous two in this field. Demolition Damager needs to go, has so far back. Can they get going with a late challenge? I asked them to go late. They did go late. They're not going to get up. Ballygally wins. Binocular Roberts, the other horse I highlighted, is going to come in second, just ahead of us. And I don't feel bad about that because those are two very, very good horses. Those are two very good horses. And they're older than us. And we still almost did something. Yeah, my confidence slightly, not completely, but slightly restored in Demolition Damager. It's what I wanted to see. And to be honest with you, it's what I didn't see from Sweet King Braze. And it's what I didn't see from Swan Dive. Yet. It's what we have seen from Tidal Force. It's what we have seen from Promise Princess. And from Pastel Pure before they headed into the barn. Oh, Trip to Santa Anita, triple header. Much demure. The 1 mile, 1 furlong Gamely. I think since we jumped in distance, this should suit us. It's a tough field. Big Canadian horses are coming down. There's only one name that scares me, and if you've been paying attention, I shouldn't have to mention its name. Form-wise, it doesn't look great, but that kind of goes to show how good it's been. 5-year-old, top-rated, 20 wins at Grade 1 level. Head Pecan is in this race. Now, there's 2 more favorited. I don't know why. Defending champion. I'm not even going to look at the rest of the field, because if we beat Head Pecan, in my mind, we should be winning the Gamely. I know Ping is here. That's another decent horse. I think that's another Canadian horse, if I'm right. Spangle's in here, but they've done nothing in the run. We've seen Tidy Intellect, Salvi. Yeah, Thali Metal, Chicane, Ping, Walk, Salvi, Hideaway, Intellect, Uluwatu, all at the back. Head Pecan just in behind us. Carry Spangle leads us out. Normally falls away late on. Us and Head Pecan right there. Attention Walks, and then in the white silks with the green sash. Another dangerous horse, but we are going. Head Pecan drops back. Half a furlong from home. Rosa Mixa Hideaway is coming through strongly. Is trying to get up. Does come in second. I was kind of confused there because I'm looking at the distance and I'm trying to like get hype for the end of the race, but we're so far ahead and the horses aren't coming at speed. And 20 Grade 1 wins. You look at Head Pecan and think, surely they're going to go, right? And when they go, it's going to be at such speed. And we were like 2 lengths ahead, and I was like, oh, there they go. And I saw them move up, and I'm like, there they go. And like, the heart stops for half a second. Then I'm watching, it's like, oh, they're not coming that fast, and they're kind of being headed out by Rosa Mixa. And I think that battle for second kind of overshadowed me because I thought they might both come up and take us, and they just didn't. It's such a weird race. That was such a weird race. The second grade one we've got on Much Demure is back to back the Mile Cup in Tokyo and then the Gamely at Santa Anita. Like, we could be seeing the start of something really good with Much Demure. And depending on how people jump at the end of their 4-year-old season in terms of their potential and distances, it might be Much Demure or Pastel Pure that runs the World Cup trio next season, or mile 1 to mile 2, right? They might be the best two shots we have. But we just beat a great horse. And it didn't really even look like we were trying very much. This is a much more dangerous field. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like the fact that people are coming in with 1 or 2 wins under their belt. And the worst form horse in the last 2 races by far is All Star Sunbeam, who we know is a closer of terrific speed sometimes. Yeah, we're kind of midfield in terms of rating. We're midfield in terms of betting. We haven't been running great in the last couple. We can win. We're going up against older horses, but I believe in tidal force. So Santa Anita, second of 3, then the Shoemaker Mile, Class 1, Grade 1, 3-year-olds on the turf track. And yeah, Sunbeam from deep and Shenanigans as our main threat. That's kind of the 2 I'm going to call. Those are the 2 I'm going to call. The tidal force here. Getting out to a decent start. Going to go towards the back. And that's going to put us with Sunbeam, Duplex, Shenanigans, and Mariner just in behind us. Cooper's Felix up ahead, up to Zest. 6 Heritage with Crossword, Eager, Multi-Belief, and Bermageddon Babylon out in the lead. The grey. We do find the lane. It looked a little sketchy. Round the turn on the home stretch at the final furlong marker. Everyone's in distances. Who kicks on? Who wants it more? And who's got the speed down the final half a furlong? At the moment, 6 Heritage coming through. Tidal Force now, though, getting up just about at the line. That was tough and tight. Short-heading Bermageddon Babylon. Ahead of 6 Heritage. Just started falling off. Mariner in 4th. Duplex 5th. Shenanigans 7th. And Sunbeam just didn't have a finish. I find that really, really strange. They probably want more distance, but yeah, we didn't really have a good pathway. We didn't run the bend amazingly. Coming out to the bend, we barely had a pathway. We kind of had to maybe nudge someone. Like, there's no inquiry, but it looked like maybe we nudged someone. And then just barely got up. So I don't think it was an amazing race. I don't think it's gonna do too much, but hopefully a little bit of confidence. Tough race to win. We did win it. I'm glad we've already lost twice with Bounding Orphan, because if I was sitting at something like a 139 right now, knowing that this could be the 140, and then see the pink triangle and know your race is done, then yeah, then I'd be really upset. So yeah, we're kind of done in this race and in the hunt for 140. Probably going to drop down to 130 after this. 1 mile, 2 furlong, Hollywood Gold Cup for 4-year-olds and above on dirt, a Class 1, Grade 1 at Santa Anita. Bounding Orphan will go to the front. Swelling up badly in the paddock. 133 race rating coming into this race. Down from a 139, down to a 136. Now at a 133 coming into this. On the back stretch, Lucy, Tammy Miner, Harry Plowman, Zingana always, Novelli and Olaf all on screen. Jet Nova Storm is there with Impetuous Dress, Bedavis Chic, Tectonic Dune, American Ship, Ultra Red Miracles, all on the back end of the course, fighting for the line, sweating up badly. Remember, like not slightly agitated, not would not settle, sweating up badly. What is this field? And what is this horse? I love this horse. It's just with that pink triangle and how bad it looked. Like, I'm so annoyed now we lose these two, because if we don't lose these two, I mean, if we don't lose it, if we win both those, we don't drop rating. We at least hold the 139 until this. And then who knows, maybe the 140 hits for this race. I'm so confused by what's going on. I'm so confused. Answers on a postcard. It didn't run well. Didn't run well. Sweated up badly before the race. Still takes it. Different fields, different qualities, different prestige. I get all that, but like, oh my god. It's a roller coaster of Boneless Orphan. I want to go lie down. I want to go make a cup of tea and just go lie down in a dark room after what I'm seeing. Because it's not quite coming through to my brain. Like, what was that? I've never seen that before. I don't like being confused, and I'm confused right now. I don't know. But okay. Okay. Oh, and I hate feeling like this going into what feels like one of the most pressured races I've had. Because, yeah, I wanted the World Cup, so I got the World Cup. So I wanted the Kentucky Derby, I got the Kentucky Derby. Promise Princess could be about to win the Triple Crown. A rare feat at the best of times. Coming off the back of this craziness where I don't know what's going on with Bounding Off and the way they've been running, and then some of the other horses like doing good but not great, but like slightly impressing, and the horses I thought that were good are ending up being some of the worst of the 3-year-olds, and some of the worst of the 3-year-olds looking to be maybe one of the bests. Like, it's tough to figure out. I really like Damager a mile 4. Well, why does my brain go here? Why is my brain going here? I feel bad taking this away from Swan Dive. I don't think I should take this away from Swan Dive. I don't think I should. But at the same time, I kind of want to run Damager in it and see if I'm right. I'm trying to look for jockeys too. Um, Lindros Gutierrez also aren't there. Yeah, I'm like getting down to the bottom of my list here. John Court. Like, am I even in the right file? Like, none of these. Gallardo. Arroyo Jr., no. Like, what? Really? Like, where's all the good jockeys? I missed Juan Hernandez for some reason. Because I was looking for Pedrosa. And he's number 6 on my list of... What? 18? 18. I've got 18 jockeys, alternates, to Giroux. And he's number 6. But he's the only one out of the 18 that are on there. And none of the others are in this race. They're all very busy, apparently. But yeah. Do I want to pull the trigger on this? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do I want to run both Demolition Damager and Swan Dive in this one? If Damager runs well, I'm happy. If Swan Dive runs well, I'm happy, but if she wins, I'm very happy. So she can have Giroux, get a grade 1 win, Damager comes in second. I'm pretty happy with that scenario. If Damager wins and Swan Dive comes in second, I'm less happy. I'm not risking the Triple Crown because I've only got the one runner, which of course is Promised Princess. Much Demure gets a race on the day. I think so. I think I'm good with it. That could be a mistake. But I'm so kind of confused right now about what we're seeing happen in different ways, shape, or form that I don't know. I'm really kind of struggling to process. Good field, not a great field. We can beat them. More Sweets Glass is warmed up. I'm good with that. Yeah, jockey instructions from this coming down from a mile 1 to a mile. The Acorn should be winnable. We have run well, so we'll see. 1 mile Acorn, Class 1 grade 1 for 3 rows. And do it here in Belmont. A little warm-up race for Florent Giroux on Much Demure, going towards the front. Carrie Spangle will probably take over the lead. There they go, and run us out as the pacemaker. Mancia Julie, Vade Bracken, Sandemir's Flight, Shanghai Threads, More Sweets Glass in the Blue Silks, back to Albrahana Potts, Picolette Auger, Beseech Groom, Tabui, Ironin, and Picolette Osier at the back. Coming off the turn then, onto the home stretch. Looking now for that final furlong marker. Beseech Groom is coming through. Carrie Spangle is falling back. We're inside the final furlong. Beseech Groom is still coming and still sprinting and still closing. Still going. The challenge has not stopped and they are going to take this. They're going to take it by about a length on the line. Much Demure kind of kept the same pace. Couldn't get up. Didn't really seem like they were doing too much. We tried to go out and steal the race. Beseech Groom came through as a closer, shut us down, A good run, not a great run. We do gain 3 points. That's how good a run it was, even though we lost. But yeah, we won a mile 1. I figured we could come down to a mile and be okay. Looks like Giroux is also booked on a horse that's a little warmed up. Still comes in 5th. Okay. Decent, but he's gonna... Oh, oh no. No, 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 no. Why you gotta do it to me? I don't even want to read it. I don't even want to read it. Very agitated. Very agitated. Ah, Francesca's decent. We're more used to running his Ard Best than Cesenia, but they're both decent. Diver today, Slayer, not worried about any of those. Marquis, don't know. Avison Islands, barely seen. Not worried. Most of No and Breen, probably the biggest actual challenges I know. Along with the 2 Francescas, so... Yeah. This is so winnable. Like, so winnable. We take the Kentucky Derby, we take the Preakness, and then we show up at the Derby. Sorry, the Belmont Stakes, and we are sweating badly and agitated. We've already had 1 horse win under these conditions. I There's still a chance at the Triple Crown, but it just doesn't feel like it anymore. 1 mile 4 furlong Belmont Stakes. The test of the champions, the graveyard of champions. Belmont Park, Class 1, Grade 1 for 3-year-olds on dirt. Promise Princess looking for the 3rd leg of a Triple Crown that might not be theirs. I'm just, yeah. You never know what can happen, but it looks like we can also get blocked off quite easily here. Sanya out in front, Marquis in 2nd, Nova Scotia on the outside, and Arabes just in ahead of us in 4th place. Most of Now, the Grey just outside us. And those are the horses to really worry about, apart from Breen or Inside in the blue, who's going to get blocked off even more than us. I don't like the way we're running. I don't like our positioning. I don't like the fact that we're going to have no stamina left at the end of this race, and we're not even going to get close. Yeah. The pink triangle of doom kills the Triple Crown attempt. Oh, it kills it. It kills it. It kills it. Just... I mean, there's no specialist in this field. They're all a mile 1 to a mile 2. This at least has run 3 at a mile 4, but everyone's coming up, so it would have suited us. It would have suited us. Would we have won? Would we have won? I don't know. I wish we'd have had the opportunity to find out. I just wish we'd have been able to have the opportunity to find out. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. All that with all fun and them winning and just it hurts. It hurts. It's tough to take. It's tough to take. Could have had the Triple Crown. I'm really pulling for Swan Dive now. Breeders' Stakes, Canada, mile 4, Class 1 Grade 1 3 rows on the turf. Demolition Damager also runs. This isn't fixed again. This was fixed. It's now not fixed again. Swan Dive is the light brown horse. Demolition Damager is the darker horse. Side by side with Sliabin. Speculation a solid closer on the outside. On the inside. Floatmaith at the back. We're catching Ghost Wearing, Wetlass, Better Esther. Got Gallagher given just on the inside of the leader, who is Castle Spectrum. We're going one on the inside, one on the outside. We're getting ready on the turn, and now we're going to be side by side. It is Demolition Damager who goes first, down to 1.5 from home. Swan Dive can still get here, but I knew Damager would run well at a mile 4. Inside the final furlong then, Damager is going, Damager is going, Damager is gone. And we stole a grade 1 from Swan Dive. That might have been the only chance Swan Dive really had. I'm glad I identified the Canadian one as one I could put the non-grade 1 winners in. I'm glad I identified that. My last minute's edition of Demolition Damager, because the plan was for Swan Dive to run this, and if Promise Princess hadn't have won the Preakness, Demolition Damager was lined up for the Belmont in my mind. And because we have the Triple Crown threat, Damager got bumped, and I figured, I can just put it in this. And we just took the grade 1 away from Swan Dive. So Damager now has 4 grade 1s. Swan Dive still has none. But I did get it right. I did get my ringers for a mile 4 right. Which means Swan Dive, towards the end of the season, might have more to run. But, damn. So we lost our Triple Crown. Stole the grade 1 from Swan Dive. Bounding Orphans had some bad runs and lost when probably we shouldn't have. And then a race that we probably should have lost, end up winning. Ram Scoop's still perfect this year. I'm not holding on to much, I'm holding on to that. But yeah, no, overall I'm pretty happy. Like I say, we won the Queen's Plate, so that's one leg of the Canadian. We took the 2 legs of the US Triple Crown. Sad about the third, but that's racing. And then before we went all weird with Bounding Orphan, we took the 3 World Cup races: Pegasus, Saudi, Dubai. So I think it's a very successful first half of the season. It doesn't feel like it right now. It does feel like we've just had stuff stolen from us. When we either stole it from ourselves or we just got it's not even the pink triangle, it's the red triangle of doom. But yeah, I shouldn't be super unhappy about it. I'm gonna be a little bit. Let's be fair. I'm gonna be a little bit. Um, but yeah, let's round off all my mistakes and my bad luck by visiting an auction and buying a horse that I don't think I should buy. Yeah, my judgment's as good as ever, because there's something there. At least there's something there. I don't really want it in this game, but like I think that could do something in a US, in a UK jump save or an Irish jump save maybe. It's not bad. Okay. I shouldn't be going to Greyville, but we're going to Greyville because bad judgment begets bad judgment. Ungraded, barely raced horses, a Canadian, a British, a bunch of domestic South Africans, and us, the quality horse in the field. Roll me off with a win. Sweet King Braze, reclaim who you are supposed to be. Reclaim this victory. Sean Tarry's got 2 runners. Alan Grief's got 3. Yeah. Without them, we probably wouldn't have much of a race. We'd have a really small field. We're going to go up near the front against the rail. Drift back to the chasing sort of pack, but there are 7 of us basically up at the front with no gaps in between us. Jimmy Bowl trying to close that gap with Summer Trainer out the fidget right at the back. We're going to go up the inside then. Woodsley Call still leads. But yeah, here comes Fidget and another horse and just final furlong. We've got a kick. Do we have room? It doesn't feel like we got room. It doesn't look like we've got distance. We're going inside, we're going outside, we're going inside, we're going outside. Just no room to run. If we had room, I think we win. And that just rounds out this video in some style because that's what's happened to us this entire time. Beginning to pick up towards the end. You're another mile 3 to mile 4. Braze. Well, damn, like that's even worse news. I'll tell you why. Because now we got Braze maybe is a mile 4. Damage just ran really well at a mile 4. Swan Dive, like the mile 4, would have won, but once a little bit less. But they're all kind of distance horses, which means starting off France, Australia, and South Africa at a mile, it's going to be too short for them all. A mile 2 for the second legs, a mile 1 for South Africa, maybe a touch too small, maybe adjustments can work. The third legs, they're fine. But that might be all they can run. So again, it might be running much demure and tidal force in those races. Like that might be what it is. That might be Australia, South Africa. I've got no one to run in France then. Because they're all above a mile at this point in the year. So someone's going to have to come down. Which means maybe Swan Dive. But I don't know. Maybe? Maybe Promise Princess. Can Princess get down to a mile? I don't know. And then Japan, a mile 2, a mile 4, a mile 7 in October. We might have a mile 7 in October. But no, we don't have just one runner. We've got Braze, Damager, maybe Swan Dive, maybe someone else jumps. Like they're all stepping all over each other. I've also made sure that, there's a lot of different bloodlines represented here. It's not all from the same place. And yet, they're all in the same distance. They've all got very similar stats. It just feels so complicated to find the right path for each horse and for each Triple Crown. We will get there. Not the most successful of videos. Still not bad. We're 24 from 50 on the season, which is a touch over 39.5 million because those World Cup races are big money, man. Yeah. It does hurt. It does hurt. Damager won. Tidal Force won. Sweet King Braze ran really well. Promise Princess was screwed. We screwed Swan Dive. Much Demure didn't run poorly. First, second. I mean, hell, even though we sent that to the barn, Pastel Pure picked up the first leg in Canada, which I don't think's a massive achievement, but still. The 3-year-olds, I can't overreact. I feel really down because there was a chance to be great and it's got away from us. And on the other side of the ball, Bounding Orphan, like there's a tiny chance of 140, but it's gone realistically because the races aren't big enough. And Ram Scoops is there, but I don't know whether I can allow myself to dream anymore because we've just watched so much blow up in our face. So I don't know. That's just where we are. That's just what it is. And we'll go again next time. But I hope you've enjoyed. I'm sorry we couldn't deliver a Triple Crown or a 140 yet. Very, very close. But you just can't beat those pink triangles. When they come out to play, they come out badly. And you can't even pull your horse. I wish you could pull your horse out before the race. You see them in the paddock, they're stressed, you pull them out, they don't race, and you don't lose a rating. Maybe it's gaming the system a little bit. It just really sucks to be locked into a race and there's no point. It's going to do you harm to run it, and yet you've got to run it. So, yeah, that's racing. That is racing. And we'll be back for more racing soon. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you did, in part, at least enjoy, even if it's just enjoying my misery and my confusion. Because things were going so well, probably was due a reality check and a humbling along the way. And boy, did we get them. But yeah, please do like, please do subscribe, please do leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And how do we fix it going forward? And what do we do? Like I say, we've got the French, the Australian, and the South African Triple Crowns coming up, then the UK and Irish, and then finally the Japanese. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but we need to figure out a pathway. So if you've got any ideas, leave that down in the comment section below. Do you believe in Ram Scoop for the 140? Do you believe that Bounding Orphan can still get it? 6 points away with like 5 good but not great races? It's technically possible, I think, but it's going to be a tough one. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Comment section down below. Like and subscribe for the algorithm to push the channel out and make YouTube take notice. The road to 1,000, we're closing in on. I really appreciate the support. Let's keep that going. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider doing so, because that is a huge milestone, if you're not aware, on YouTube, and it opens up a whole bunch of things for me, including earning off ads, which I don't currently do, only YouTube does. So, that and a bunch of other developer type stuff we get on the back end. So that would be really nice if we can get that. I really appreciate all the support, as I say. Check out the memberships available on the channel, as well as the other playlists of all kinds of games that are going up and going on at the moment. And yeah, anything else you want to see on the channel, just let me know, and I'll see if I can get it on for you. Starters Orders 8 coming out Q1 2026. Horse Racing Manager coming out at some point this year. Both of those will be up on the channel. Maybe another few games like the new franchise hockey manager, the new football manager. So yeah, let me know what you want to see, and we'll try and arrange it for you. But till then, take care, stay safe, all the very best to you. And I'll see you soon for more fun times racing. Hopefully with a few more results along the way. But thanks very much, guys. I'll see you very soon.